Hi there. I'm Christine. I'm your Pathways Guide, and today I'm going to talk about FreeToastHost. Some people have asked me about keeping track of functionary roles. The only place I know of to do that is that FreeToastHost Pathways just keeps track of the last time you performed any function. So there is no demo version of this. I'm going to use my own home club, and my home club number is 2104. All I have to do is type it into the address section, and it comes right up. Now, if your club doesn't have a FreeToastHost site, please get in touch with the FreeToastHost and ask them, and they will provide you with a shell, and you can then have a webmaster that will fill it in. So once I've typed in my number, it comes up here, and it comes to our main menu. And you can see it has two sections. It has the main menu section and the members only section. I'm going to log in as a member only. First time, when you start typing in your name here, if you are a member of that club, your name should appear here. If it does not appear on the drop-down, then perhaps your webmaster has input your name incorrectly. Now, after you have put your name there, you can type in your password here. And I have no idea why this is always coming up here. It should not, but I do have a password. And I will put that in. If you are logging in for the first time, you can hit the authenticate. And whatever password or whatever email account that you gave to your webmaster or to your club when you signed up should be the same email that's here in the list. And if you try to hit authenticate or log in and you don't get, it tells you that you're wrong and you don't get an email in your email provider, then have your webmaster check and make sure that your name is spelled right and that the email address that you gave them is correct and that it's been input correctly. So go ahead and authenticate this. And here we are. It's flipped me to members only. I don't know if that's a new function that they have that all club officers get but it should, if you are not a member, if you are not a site administrator, then you should only get this portion of the menu here. This is the home page. As you can see, we have a site administrator who's on the ball. We have a picture of our entire club. We tell you about the next event that's coming up, on where they are, where we're at, and who we would like to have join us. And then we have pictures of some of the fun meetings that we have had, and some of our new visitors, some of our guests. Let me go back here, see if we can get to the beginning of this. And I guess this is the beginning. All right. This is the beginning, and so our webmaster, Richard Orr, has put up a slideshow for us, and we can watch that. So let's go back up here and see what else we have. We have meeting directions, contact forms. We have the Meet Our Members, and this would be a little segment about each one of our members. It's our officers and a little bit about them. And I will show you how to get in that if you are a member. You can come here. See, we're flipped into the members only section again. This is not, it's not good. All right, let's go back up here. New member registration, introduction to Pathways, a tribute to Ted Wood, which we have a Ted Wood Award every year, which is a lot of fun. Video archives, and then why should you pick Toastmasters? So now I'm going to come down here into the menu that's for members only. Once you are a member, you can go to our meeting agendas. I want to look at this. It's called the Quick Roll Sign Up. It's very nice. It tells you here what meeting is coming up next. You can select one of the meetings that are on our agendas. You can see we have all the way, I think we have one into November also, but we have several meetings on. If you want to put a meeting note, like I'm going to be absent for this meeting, you can put this here, and we'll just cancel that. You can tell the website if you're planning to attend this meeting, and this will help the people who are scheduling things. And here you have your meeting roles. It tells you all the roles and who is going to be taking each role. And if you want to, let's go back to this. If you decide you want to be evaluator number 1, you hit evaluator number 1, and then you can hit take this role. And that will put you in the agenda, and you don't have to go all the way to it. So it's a very handy little feature. I already have a role, so I'm going to hit close here. You have mentor-mentee request forms, emails, your private member directory. Let's go there. And again, you just have the same thing that we had at the other site. You can see where we're standing in our Distinguished Club officer meeting. Oh, I was going to go back to something that was up here. No, it's down here. About edit your profile. That's the one I wanted. So this is your profile, and this is your basic information, your name, your levels, your email address. If you want a secondary, put it here. Telephone numbers, username for login. If you want to put what you're using there, put something other than your name. You can record how long you've been a member. Been a member since, I believe, November 2010. Oops. Let's go back to November. Let's see if this works. I'm doing this on the fly. We'll see if it works. And it was 2010. Oh, it doesn't even go up that high. Yes, it does. I just can't get up there. Ah. I've got something in the way. There. Now we go 2010. So let's see. That'll take it. Nope, it didn't take it. All right. And then here is your member number if you know it. You can also select a mentor, and if you hit forget me, it wipes you out of the system forever. Okay, you're done. Let's go back up to the top here, and you can put in any social links. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about Pathways topics, and so that's here for you. And this is the member bio. You can put anything you want here. I have my email, a little bit about myself on the videos I've made, and you can put your picture here. You can upload, you can trash, if you have a picture already there, which I did, you can trash that. And then you can upload a picture from anywhere on your computer. So that is under Edit Your Member Profile. Let's close that. And now I am going to go to the Agenda section. And I think as a member, you don't quite get all of these buttons. I'm going to move this up here. Let's go through them. This is the email the agenda to your members section. This is to print your agenda. This is the feature that I wanted to show you if you're concerned about roles. And if you go here, you can say you want to know about a speech report. And it can be for, I'm just going to use myself, and we can start at the current Toastmaster year, or you can get my entire report since 2010 if you want, or you can just get the dates for a certain year, and then, you run it. It's going to come up. It's going to load a preview, and I'm getting it in landscape form, and this is just this year's, and then I can print it or I can save it as a PDF. So I'm going to close out of this and come back here. But you can get all of the speeches if you need to put them in, but then you can get them back out, and this is great documentation for how often you fulfilled a certain role. It's a great tool for finding the attendance, if people are there for most of your meetings or not. It's just a really good tool, and it gives you your speech titles, when they were, and a little bit about them. This is, if you want to delete the entire agenda, and whoever is setting it up, if they don't do it just right, well, there are some ways to fix it. Let me show you that. Once you get into an agenda as an administrator, you can decide, you can put in roles for other people. If you're just there as a member, or if you just go down right here and you say, well, this is me, you can take yourself out. But if I decide I'm going to take this person out, I can. Oops, I did. It's a rat. And I can't go back. So we're going to go back and put her in. And this is not me. Okay. Then I have to go in as the site administrator. Let me show you that. We're going to go into here. Fortunately, I remember who that was. You see here, as the administrator, you have different abilities. And here, when I look at this, I can tell that this will be my 54th speech. I've been here since 2010. And it is this person's 4th speech. So I'm going to close this. I can see I have some things I need to fix there as the VPE. And so this is where you go as the site administrator to change who's got the roles. And something else I was going to show you here would say, suppose you have to add a role. You want to add something down here. You can add an agenda role. You can call it whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about here. You can tell it's something that people can sign up for. If it's a speech, this will put up the information for member speeches. It tells you that it should appear on the roll or not. Let's see, this person assigned to this role can edit this agenda. Toastmasters, if it's the Toastmaster, if you click this button, the Toastmaster has the ability to do this. Otherwise, they do not. Okay, so, and then ignore this role agenda item in historical report. So that's something we don't do, that I've never needed to do. Now let me go back up to the top here. You can put in your theme. Our theme is high flying. And I don't believe I put in, yes, the word for the day is lofty, loftiness, or loft, which goes along with the meeting theme. When you go here to the agenda setup, you can put in any start time you want. Our meetings start at 6:30. The meeting description is pretty much the same. The agenda items are all there. And then you can look at your attendance record of how many is going to be there. But suppose you mess up. Like I belong to a couple clubs, and I have occasionally put in the wrong date here. You can actually come back and change this date here without having to delete the agenda and redo everything. So this is a handy feature. I'm going to close out of this. And now let me see. This is where you would add an agenda. It looks just like the screen you just saw. You can list all the agendas here so that if you don't list all the agendas, you're only going to see a limited number of them. And this is a new feature I really like. This will take you to the next agenda. And the next agenda and all the way to however many agendas are there. And one more thing I want to show you, which I don't think this should be here. That's not, oh yeah, this is a different month, a different meeting. If you like pictures, just click this where the member is in the pictures, and guess what? It's going to put pictures of everybody there. And if you don't have a picture on file, you get a little Toastmaster icon. But some people aren't too fond of having their pictures there, so you just hit the icon again, and no more pictures. So this is the FreeToastHost site. If you want it, email FreeToastHost.com, and they will set up a shell for you with your club number. And then appoint yourself a webmaster. I believe when you set up the club, you do have some choices of the colors. It's been a while since I set up a website. We do have a really good webmaster that does all that for us. Switch her over. So the last time I did it, we could actually change the color themes. I don't know if that's still available to us. But if you're a club officer, I guess you automatically get into the members only section. Or if you're a site administrator, that could be why I'm being able to get into all of this stuff. Usually your site administrators are your webmaster, your president, your VPE, and your secretary. But it can be anybody you want, anybody who you give the okay to. And this is the members only section. And then here is this really neat little thing. It tells you who's logged in and when they've logged in and how long ago they've logged in. So that can include this little view of FreeToastHost. Again, if you don't have it, think about getting it. It does track things that Pathways is not track for you. And it's a very handy little program that does generate killer agendas. I love the agendas. And I don't know if you saw this. I went through it pretty fast. But we have table topic speaker slots. And we don't assign them to anyone, but after they're called on, we can go back in here and put in who it was. And we can put in how long they spoke. So we actually have a record of who our table topics people are. So if your club wants that, all you have to do is add it in when you go to the little pencil icon up here. And just add it at the bottom. And then you just click it and drag it up into the time slot that you want it in. So that's all I have for FreeToastHost. I hope this was helpful. It gave you some ideas, some clues, and some ideas about how you can track roles and things that Pathways is not tracking. So you all have a great Toastmaster day. And thank you so much for your attention, and have a great day. Goodbye.